Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a good day today. I had a rocky start to the week. If you were with us yesterday, you saw I had a couple of early stop outs, and then I lost water, so I couldn't really focus on trading anymore. And ended up the day red. Those trades I did post them on or upload them to Profitly, so you can check those out over there. Or you can go to my website and you'll see the recent trades and just click on it. You can click on the trade and check that out. But this morning, we were in a hotel, and hotel internet's kind of sketchy. The way these, for some reason, they'll stay connected and then they'll reconnect ever so often. And that's what was killing me today. It's what was messing up chat a little bit. I had to keep restarting it. And, but luckily we don't have to deal with that anymore. But I stayed, normally when I'm in a situation like that, I'm only going to trade half size. So I stayed half size. I respected my rules, and I did find DKS pre-market. We had this big gap down here, and once it put in a low, I wait for the pullback, and I look for the rejection of either the 20, the VWAP, some moving average. I look for the rejection, and then I look for it to get down to the low that it put in, see if it's going to take it out. In this case, we tried to hold over VWAP. We couldn't. Once we closed below it, I got in and was looking for the move down, and we couldn't really get it. We had this candle here was pretty solid, had a little pullback. We started trading sideways, and I was like, just let me take, half of it off here. Might as well take half of it off because, I had, about 50 cents profit already. So, why not go ahead and take it? And I went ahead and took some. And when we started to recover on this next candle, I went ahead and took the rest of it off. I wasn't going to let it go back to break even, which it would have done and stopped me out. So I think we got a little bit over $100 on this trade, based on what I calculated it out to be. So not bad. I don't mind starting the day with $100 or $200 hit, because pre-market and up to 10 o'clock, I'm solid. Had I only traded, and I went back this weekend and I looked at my trades, and I went back to July. Had I traded from 8 to 10:30 every morning and didn't take any trades afterwards, I would have made over $1,800 more if I had just stuck to that. And then when I took my trades from 10:30 to 4 o'clock, I was in the red. I lost $1,700-$1,800 if I had just done just separating those two trades. So I'm giving money back in the afternoon, and I need to figure out, and now I'm in the process of figuring out, okay, what trades are not working right now. I know the secondary trend continuation trades are not, most of them are recovering VWAP, which we're going to look at in a minute. But, my focus now is on finding the best setups pre-market, trying to nail it, and then finding the best setup at the open, nailing it, locking into that one ticker all day, and just leave the rest alone. Because this is about making money. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's about putting the money in the bank. So your strategy and the skill that you develop should do that. And if at the end of the day you don't have the money, then you're missing something. You know, because if you trade for skill and you nail your trades and you're nailing your plan, then you should have money in the bank. If there's no money there, then there's something wrong with your plan. You need to go back and fix it. And so there's something wrong with my afternoon plan or my after 10:30 plan that I've got to go back and fix it. And I'm starting to see and observe a little bit of that now. Today, I kind of saw some of the things that I saw this weekend when I was looking at going over these trades later in the day. But you're going to see me try to find these good setups. This had an awesome opportunity, but $100 is not bad on a stock that didn't follow through. I'd rather take a little bit over $100 than be down over 100 to start the day any day. So the next trade I took was AAP, and this stock was my main watch. This is what I wanted to lock in on. I knew AAP was a good mover. We knew that. We took a swing on it about a month ago, and it paid us big time the first day. So I knew this stock, when it gets a catalyst, it can move. So this is where my focus was at the open. And let me show you what I saw. Because you always see me when a stock hits my watch list, I always go to the daily chart. Because the daily chart is going to tell you how much room or what the potential move you can get that day out of that trade. So when I went to the daily chart, I knew, you know, we had gapped down and we were trading at the time in $92, $93 range. So the first chart I looked at was the 1 year. I always go to the 1 year first to see if there's anything recent, because that I'm going to defer to the recent price action. Well, here was, let's see. Yeah, this was a 52-week low here, 99.13. And we had gapped down significantly. So I'm like, I need to find out what other price action we have, you know, further back the last time this stock was trading in this zone. So I go to the 10-year chart. And first thing I saw, I'm looking over, I see this big gap. And let's blow this up. I see this big gap between 95.15 and 83.62. We've already gapped down into this gap. All right. So the first thing I'm thinking is we can recover this gap today. Or if we can't recover all of it, we can recover half. So I drew a line here, a trend line here at the top of this gap. I drew one here at the bottom. And this is the potential range we have today. Now, this is a significant pivot here. And this kind of marks the halfway point. So, you know, I needed to keep this in mind too. Because today we may just get to this and get a bounce. And then tomorrow sell off. You know, I don't know at this point. But I do know that we have this huge move between 95.15 and 83.62. You know, this is almost 12 points, 11.5 points. So when a trader sees this, and you know you're a short bias trader, and you like to trade the breakdowns at the open, this is ideal. Okay, so this is what I saw, and this is why I just said I'm locking in on this. Now, I only had 2 screens in my laptop. That's all I travel with. So this works perfect, just to have one stock up that I can watch. And so when I started watching it, it had gapped down here, and I didn't want to take it here because the spread was so big. And then you can see the price action wasn't all that great. So, I said I'm just going to wait until the open. And then once we get the open, then, I'm going to look for it to run up to the 20 and then jump short once it taps the 20 and starts to retrace. Well, this didn't quite get to the 20, and it started to turn over. So I was going to jump in. According to plan, I wasn't going to wait the first 5 minutes. I was going to get this early because I was expecting the wash. At least I was expecting to wash out the open at least to this level here. 88.74. So that was going to be my first target. So the internet messed up. It was resetting itself. So I didn't get to get in when I wanted to. So I had to wait. Get in using the 5-minute opening range strategy. But you see what I did? I didn't chase it. I didn't just jump in down here. I waited till it set up using one of my strategies. And I got in. 5-minute opening range breakdown. Still solid risk reward. And I got in here at 89.05. And I took my first profit at 86.87. So that was nice. We got a little over 2 points on that. A little over 2 points. And then, I had to cover here as we started recovering. It took my profit stop out here at 88. And here's where I made my first mistake. Instead of me waiting for this to pull back and retest this, I jumped in on a retest to this level. Now, it's not bad, but knowing what I know about what the market has been doing lately, I should not have gotten in here. I should have waited until we got this fake and then to push back and retest. So I got stopped out here, and then I re-engaged and ended up, getting a move. I knew I was a little bit early. Yeah, I probably could have just held on to this, but you have to stick to your stops. And we're going to talk more about that tomorrow in the small, in the webinars that I'm doing, how to really grow your small trading account. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I have to stick to my stops. This is why I can get stopped out a couple times and still make over $300 on the day. Okay, I stick to my stops, and that's key. So I stuck to my stop here, and then turned around and re-engaged. Using the same strategy. We had the secondary test. Usually that's all it takes before we get the move down, and ended up nailing it this time. Let's see, I started my short here at 87. See, 87.52. And and I got this. I can't see without my glasses on. This is bad. This was the first one. This was the stop out. Okay, the second one I got in at 87.52. Okay, 86.31 was the first one. 85.45, and then 83.58. And on this one, you know, we got right at 4 points on this move here. So we got 2 on the first one, a little over 2 on the first one. We got 4 on this one. Now here I thought I was being patient. I waited for the bounce. This was on our reversal scan. A lot of times when I'm in these stocks and they hit our reversal scan, they tend to reverse. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get out of my short bias mind and take these things to the long side. But I didn't. I waited, and we got a second rejection here. VWAP. I thought we were good to go. Got short here, and it immediately turned back around, started trading in that channel. Now smart money says take it off, but I'm only in 100 shares. So why not, as long as this technically is in play, just let it go. It can still reject here again. But once we reject it and we started to curl and make this strong move up, see, we started getting volume, buyers coming in. I dumped it and then reassessed my situation and got long on this next candle above VWAP here. And you can see we got a few more points, you know, on this. I took half off here at 87, took the rest off at 88, and we were done. And you can see at that point the stock was pretty much done too. So textbook, I think we got over 8.5 points. This thing moved a total of $10.79 from open to close. I think we got a little over 8 points on this collectively. So not a bad deal. And these are the trades that once you get going can really make your week. You know, had I been in this my normal size, this would have taken care of my week. I wouldn't even have to worry so much because this would have made my week good. Now, I don't have daily or weekly goals. No, I don't set financial goals because those tend to get in your mind and you start worrying about taking trades and making so much money, and it kind of gets you off hand, you know, gets you out of your game. So I don't have those, but it would have made enough money to really make you have a good week. You could feel good about your week. But if you're trading small, let's say you only can trade 100 shares like I traded today. I still, you know, locked in over $300 on this. And it's just developing that skill. It's using that skill and trusting in what you do, trusting your plan, and executing it. And even though you make mistakes, you're gonna make mistakes. It's just part of the deal. You're gonna see things that may not actually be there. But if you have your core and you're sticking to your plan and you're executing, then you're gonna be fine. So solid day today, really made up for yesterday. And, you know, looking forward to tomorrow. See if we can lock in on another one and take it to the house. All right, so again, don't forget tomorrow we have the fourth segment in the how to really grow a small trading account webinar series. It'll be live in chat starting at 4:30, and then it will be posted on YouTube later that evening under that playlist. So it's something that I promised I would share with everybody. And I'm real adamant about being able to share things. You know, I don't want to be that guy to charge for everything. You know, yeah, I value my time, and I do have a value on me, but you do want to give back. And that's just part of me being and coming from the education field. You know, I just love doing it. And I'm not going to let anybody, you know, come in and stop me from doing it. So as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep going. But check it out. Pass it around to people that you know. Send them the link. Tell them to check out the series. I've got it in a playlist. Starting at 1, 2, and 3. Just get the word out there. You know, it's time that we start getting some traders in the know. All right, so you guys take it easy. Have a great evening, great night, and we will see you tomorrow morning.